press forward towards the mark, regardless. And at the end of the rainbow, because there is an end to this, you get to see what God has for you. You know, there's several stories in the Bible that show you people who persevere beyond limitations, and God was able to bless them trifold. We live in a time today, everybody wants to be an individual, solo dolo. And you want everybody to support you, but you won't support nobody else. And so I've learned in this world that you got one opportunity, one life to live, and you have to live it for yourself. And you have to allow God to show you how to, He makes a way out of no way. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, have you ever been faced with a situation where people doubted your dreams and your goals? I know you have. It's a lot of people have been faced with times where people just doubted everything you did, where they told you that you're aiming too high because their expectations are very low, or that you're not good enough because truthfully, their reflection in the mirror is they're not good enough. Today, I want to share with you a message of hope and perseverance using stories from the Bible and the Quran. So sit back and relax, tap the screen, share the live, tell a friend that we are on this morning, Sunday morning elevation with your boy Jermaine Quick. And this morning is going to be a doozy because you have people that are on TikTok and Instagram right now that will not push that like button for you no matter what. Like I say, please tap screen, share the live, and they'll still look at me like, no. But in the Bible, we find the story of Noah's Ark. You remember that story, right? Noah was instructed by God to build an ark and to save his people and his family, and two of every kind of animal from a great flood that would destroy the earth. However, the people around him mocked and ridiculed him, doubting the possibilities of a flood. And let's get into depth of why they mocked him. Because they looked at him as a person. See, Noah was a drunk. He used to drink a lot. So they automatically judged him right from the gate. In your life, you may have been something that was not popular by demand. And then they looked at you from the gate and told you you couldn't do what you set out to do. Well, I'm here to tell you this morning that they don't have the power, nor the range, nor the energy, nor the frequency to block you from your blessing. I say it again, people who talk and try to judge you don't have the power, nor the range, nor the energy, or the frequency to stop you from your blessing. Your blessing is yours, all yours, by yourself. See, God put us all here, and we all have a purpose. Some people can't find their purpose because they're too busy worrying about other people's purpose. Some people can't find their purpose because they're so busy putting other people down, so they don't understand what purpose is actually like. Similar in the Quran, we find the story of the prophet Abraham, who was instructed by Allah to leave his home and family to migrate to a new land. The people around him doubted him, his decision, but he persevered and trusted in Allah's plan. And what I'm saying is, you got people in your life right now. You say, it's time for us to move. It's time for us to go. It's time for us to pack up because we have no more energy here. God is showing me another way. And they're looking at you like, I don't know where you're going. You're not going to make it out there. I don't care where you think you're going. It's not for you. Because in their reflection in the mirror, and people like to do this a lot, You see, they will put their fears on you to make you believe that you can't do such and such a thing. In this lifetime, we live around people who are so scared of their own reflection in the mirror. They're willing to sacrifice and give you their negative energy and stop you from being the best you could possibly be. You see, we live in a world where hate is the new love. We live in a world where people claim they love you, but they really hating on you on the inside. Because if they could deter you from your vision and your dream, they will do that. You see, why worry about friends when you got haters all over the place? And now that's why we big up haters. Shout out to all my haters, because now they're your friends. You see, without haters in this world, who needs friends, right? So they become your new friends, the haters. But you're not knowing unconsciously, having those haters, having those people that are against you is bringing down your frequency. We don't want to talk about that. You know why we don't want to talk about that? Because we believe we got the magic stick. Some of us are living in a delusional world where we think we got the magic stick. But when you got all these people against you, right? And you don't have God on your side. See, that's the ticket to freedom. But see, a lot of people think they got it all down packed. Your money runs your life. Your material things run your life. Oh, you got a bunch of followers. That's running your life. You think you got it all down packed. But let me tell you something. Easy come, easy go. You in this season right now, you might be winning in this season, but the next season might not be yours. See, because when you allow certain energies to fester in your life, you can't overcome and you can't achieve. You have to be willing to let go and let God. Now, I'm going to say this one more time because a lot of people don't understand. The inner God in you wants to prevail, but the social God of you, the material person, that person you see in the mirror, it doesn't know how to prevail because it's still looking for a secret, the secret sauce. It doesn't understand that the secret sauce is the God in you. But wait a minute, let's go a little further. In both stories of Abraham and Noah, we see that the prophets faced opposition and doubt from others. However, they did not let that discourage them. Instead, they persevered and trusted in their vision. See, you got a vision. You went to sleep one night and you came up with a plan. You said, I'm going to start this business, right? Right? But then you opened your mouth. See, you never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. A lot of y'all open your mouth too soon, right? Hear me out. You had a vision and then you opened your mouth and you let somebody know your plan. And the first thing they did was dogged you out. They said, oh, that's not possible. Oh, you can't do that. And that little bit of doubt that they put in, see, that's called seasoning. Hello, tap the screen, share it live. I want to teach you something about cooking. Let me cook for a second. Let me tell you about seasoning. See, some people know how to season you very well for their own benefit, okay? So they're going to put a little negativity in your life. See, that's the pepper for them. You know what I'm saying to you? They want to put a little blackness, a little blackout in your life. A little negativity to make you think and ponder, well, maybe should I be doing this? Or maybe should I be doing that? Right. See, because they season your food for you because you don't know how to season it for yourself. But let me tell you something. If you ever had garlic parmesan, that's like God twice. And I love some garlic parmesan, right? And what I'm going to say, when God is seasoning you with some garlic parmesan, right? What he's doing is he's putting twice the blessing on you. So he's telling you, he's putting on the whole armor to make sure that you block all that negative frequency that's coming from all those negative people. And then on top of that, he's putting this Parmesan, this cheese, this flavoring that is so good to the tongue that nobody will be able to resist it. See, you got to understand, you in it for the long term. You're not in it for the short term. A lot of y'all get into situations for the short term and expect God to work a miracle out of a short term situation. But no, see, when you're cooking, let me help you cook a little bit. Hold on, let me tell you something. When you're cooking in the kitchen, it takes time for the seasoning to get in the meat. It takes time for the seasoning to get into the vegetables. It takes time for the seasoning to get into the mashed potatoes. It takes time for the butter to melt on the biscuit. What I'm saying to you, it takes time for your situation. See, right now you just started your situation, or you just started thinking about your situation. And in your mind, you're like, wait, why nobody ain't supporting me? Wait, how come I can't get no likes? Wait, how come they can't show me the way? The problem is you're worried about things you can't control. See, God said, keep pressing forward. And if you're a child of mine, what I have for you, no man can take away. Wait a minute. I'm going to cook for a minute. What can we learn about the stories? Well, first of all, the first thing you're going to learn is don't let others define your potential. See, you got potential because of the God in you. He has watched you. He has bathed you overnight. See, you done went through some things in life. And by you going through some things, he showed you some things. So you have potential because he has already prepared you for your future. But you have to believe that first. Okay, let's go on. He says, the people around Noah and the prophet Abraham doubted their abilities, but they did not let them, did not let that limit their potential. Because when you allow people to limit your potential, you can't strive forward. You can't let people limit what God has for you, because what God has for you, no man can take away. But let's go on a little further. He says, you have the power to define your own potential and achieve your own goals. See, why are you looking for an answer from somebody that don't know how to do it? Wait a minute. You've been listening to all these people talking about they know how to run a hair salon, but can't even do their own hair. Wait a minute. You've been listening to all these people telling you they know how to run a restaurant, but always burning eggs. Wait a minute. You're listening to all these people running around talking about they know how to run a business, but can't even take care of their home business. Wait a minute. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? This is your time. This is your season. And the only way that you get to that level, is you allow God to take you there. See, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something because I know you want to know. I know you want to know how God works. Well, the way he works is if you trust in him with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding, he will press forward. He will show you the way, and he will make a way out of no way. I know a lot of you don't understand that God is in the way-making business, right? He says, trust in your vision. See, God gives you a vision, and you have to say, see, I had to practice this for myself because, see, you don't get to have 3 movies on TV, 2 books out by not trusting in your vision. You see, I'm in it for the long term. I got another movie about to make, and I got a vision for that as well. The long term is the way that it goes. If you're in it for the short term, you won't see the blessing. It takes time for you to be the best you. Now, it's a lot going on in the world. I know. You know, you got Trump destroying the Department of Education. So our children are suffering and will be suffering. Some of you got loans, student loans, and you don't know they're in limbo because of what the president is doing. I get it. I understand. These are the things you can't control. But what you can control is the vision that God gives you. And the reason why he gives you that vision is because he said, in the time of a storm, I will be the waymaker for you. Wait a minute. I know you don't understand that because in your mind, you're like, wait, I've been through so much. I can't see my vision. I can't see my blessing. But did you stop praying? Did you stop believing? If you're the type of person that stop praying and stop believing in the true and living God that is inside of you, then no need to wonder why your blessings aren't coming the way you want them to come. You stop believing. And I say to you this morning, there's a lot of confusion in the air. There's a lot of frequencies going on that's tearing down your walls. I get it. I understand it. But if you don't allow yourself to hear yourself, to hear the God in you, you'll never make it. And I get it. Let's go on. He says, persevere through challenges. He says, building the ark and migrating to new land were not easy tasks. Noah and the prophet Abram faced many challenges along the way, but they persevered and overcame them. You too can persevere through challenges, overcome obstacles that stand in your way. The only way you can do that is that you have some power on the inside. The only way you get that power is through meditation and prayer, because prayer changes things. It allows you to see where you are and where you need to go. And then it gives you the inner strength to move towards that mark. That's why he says, ask and you shall receive, seek you shall find, and knock and the door shall be open, because it takes action. It requires action on your behalf to see your way through. But if you don't want to put the action in, the time in that it takes to see your way through, how do you expect your blessing to come through? Right now, a lot of people struggling because they don't have a job. They got laid off, right? And the only vision they had in their life was the job that somebody gave them. But now the world is forcing you to find your own job. It's telling you to step out on faith and become a better you. Some people are learning crypto. Some people are learning AI. Some people are learning how to use this TikTok thing to make money. But you got to step out on faith and you got to ask God, what is the vision you have for me, Lord? And see, I made a job transition a long time ago. And I lost money only to regain more money, right? But it's not about the money. It's about believing and trusting in God, because I could have easily made the transition and lost everything due to my big head and my ego. But see, when you have God on your side, it's more than the whole world against you. I promise you. You have to know that God is in the way making business. But let me go on in conclusion. In conclusion, when people doubt your goals and your dreams, remember the stories of Noah and the prophet Abraham. They persevered through opposition and trusted in their own vision. You too can do the same. Don't let others define your potential. Trust in your vision. Persevere through your challenges. Keep pressing forward even when the journey gets tough. You see, in today's world, we got a lot of AI and a lot of fake videos, and a lot of animated people trying to animate their way into your life. Well, I'm giving it to you as real as possible. I didn't get my awards and the things that I have in my life because I didn't have patience. I understood the plan. And when you understand God's plan is much bigger than anybody else's plan. So I tell you this morning that you can be a better you if you just trust in God. Now, I can't tell you no more how hard that is for some people, because you've given up on God because you think he's given up on you. But when the last time that you did something powerful and positive, right, that changed other people's lives? But you want God to change your lives, but you're not willing to step up and step out and change other people's lives. You see, I know by making these movies, I'm giving people opportunity to get shine where they normally wouldn't get it. You see, yeah, I get to make a movie, but I get to help people see their vision through. So it's a win-win, right? And so I understand my movement. What's your movement? Remember, your dreams and your goals are worth fighting for. Believe in yourself and never give up on your aspirations. I say that this morning to say that there's a lot of people in this world that don't love you like you think they love you. And they're just waiting for your downfall. Trust me, I've seen it. Even in my own business, I helped people out, gave them my last, showed them the way, and they used everything that I gave them against me. So I've learned and I've seen it. So I say to you this morning, with a heart full of gold, keep pushing forward. Your love is going to bring you through. Love yourself. Love yourself. That's my message for you this morning. May heaven smile upon each and every last one of you. And may God take you to higher heights and deeper depths. Thank you for tuning in. Peace and blessings.